Alright, I got another mixed coin hunt. This is stuff that I've pretty much cobbled together from a few different banks. Some of this came from some of this did come from my most local chase that I can walk up to. Some of this came from another bank a little further away, and then some came from another closer one. In total, this came from 3 different branches, but about 5 different days of going to banks. All of these pennies I got from my local chase, and these were the pennies that I think included in my last mixed hunt. I'm not sure, but if you guys might remember about that. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? That was the video, actually right here, where I had gotten that silver dime ender. And these are the rest of. I said that I wasn't going to include all the pennies that I showed in the intro in that hunt, so these are the rest of them. I had about like $5 or $6 worth of pennies in that hunt. I can't remember exactly how they did, but I don't remember them doing too bad. So hopefully these do pretty good. Got about almost $40 in nickels. Most of this came from my local chase. I think like maybe a couple rolls came from a different bank. Most of these dimes came from other banks. I know like $50 worth came from a further away bank, and then I have gotten a few rolls here and there. It's over $100 in dimes, so a decent amount of dimes there. We had a lot of success last time, so who knows. Almost $200 in quarters. It's 160 total. And then we have 75 in dollar coins. I got all these at the same bank. And then these half dollars I also got at my local chase. Now, they, initially when they told me they had half dollars, they told me that, they told me that they looked like they were mine. But I examined the rolls to see if there were any without marks, and these two did not have marks on them, so got them just to see. I have gotten silver and custom wrapped halves from this bank, only once though. So I'm gonna go down in denomination. I'm gonna start with the dollar coins, and then the half dollars, which I guess I'll do live, for the heck of it. And then I'll do quarters, dimes, nickels, and finish off with the pennies. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I finished with the dollar coins, and I thought it was funny because, all 3 rolls were pretty much entirely Susan B. Anthony's. One of the rolls had like 1 or 2 presidentials in it, but they're all in pretty good shape. I don't know, I have a feeling that this is someone's coin roll hunt dump, because when a lot of people hunt dollar coins, they separate out the Susan B. Anthony's. And so I have a feeling that, maybe they had almost 3 entire rolls worth, and they, filled in a couple of presidentials in there. I have a feeling that these are like someone's coin roll hunt that they separated out. Especially because I know that, at least for a while, this bank had someone that was hunting dollar coins, so very well possible they could be from that. But I just thought it was interesting. Almost all Susan B. Anthony. Some pretty good examples. They were all from 1979, and they were all Denver and San Francisco, except for like 1 or 2 that were Philadelphia that were not wide rims. So let's just get into these. I don't have really much hope. I don't really have much hope because half dollars have been really slim pickings for me lately. Yeah, and we got some 2018s in here, which is often the mark of a hunter. There's a 74D. I'll check that for the DDO. Yeah. Oh, there's an NIFC though. I didn't expect that. We got an NIFC 2005 out of Denver. So that is a find, which I guess is kind of cool. It's better than nothing. Another 74D. I'll check that for the DDO. 71D. I'll check that. Another 71. All right, so we got one fine. Let's put these to the side for now. And see if no silver. 73, 73. $71, $77. Alright, nothing in that roll, but we did get one fine, so happy about that. Alright, let's get into the quarters now. Oh, I guess you guys might not have been able to see that. There you go. Alright. Alright guys, it's been really rough. I've gone through all the quarters, and the only thing I found was a couple more of these Hope quarters from 2024. These are the ones that I have not been finding very many of, so I'm holding on to them. And then, man, out of over 100, probably $120 in dimes, the only thing I found was a couple of those 1970 proof reverse dimes, so that was rough. And then, not only that, but I've been through the majority of the nickels. I'm on the second to last roll. I did get a find in another roll that I guess I should have shown you. Come on. It's a 1941 out of San Francisco. And in this roll, we got a 2009 out of Denver. But man, this has been really, really, really rough. Let's get into that last roll. Alright, I got a Wheatie, finally, in these penny rolls, right there, and there's also a foreign coin and a dime as well. There you go, dime, right there, and then there's the wheat penny right there, and then the foreign coin is a 1988 Canadian, and let's see what this is. It's pretty beat up. Ooh, guys, that could be old. Hold on. Is that a 1917? I'm trying to expose. Yeah, look at that. That is an oldie. I did not expect that. Holy cow, 1917. Okay, I will take that. I mean, this hunt hasn't been great by any means, but man, that is awesome. All right, well, we'll keep going. All right, a few rolls later, I got another Canadian here, a newer one, 2010, and we have this many rolls left, so let's keep going. All right, I'm on the second to last roll, and I got a Canadian, a wheat penny, and another Canadian, so kind of interesting. And one thing I'll notice about these rolls, some of the rolls have had like very, very nice shield pennies in them, and a lot of them either don't have any shield pennies at all or have very little. So I find it interesting, and I'm thinking maybe some of these rolls might have been older. Who knows? But let's take a look at this Canadian, 1980. The wheat penny looks kind of older, so I'm kind of excited for that. And then let's look at this one, 1992. Alright, hopefully it is older. Oh, man. I thought that would definitely be older, but 51D. I will still take it, though. Excuse me, I really thought that was going to be an older coin, but we have one more roll left, and then I'll get you guys a wrap-up. Alright, so we're done with that hunt, and just out of curiosity, I looked at my last video my last mixed hunt that I posted, to see how many wheat pennies I had gotten in those first few rolls, and it was 3. So, man, I guess you could say the batch really fooled me, because we had gotten 3 in only like, $6, and then the entire rest of the pennies, we only got 2. So, man, this was a very, very, very rough hunt. And the good thing about hunts like this is every single time I usually have at least one find that would make it even postable, because honestly, if I hadn't have gotten that that 1917 right there, I might not even have posted this. And I'm debating whether I should include this with another hunt or not, because I'll be honest, I don't have any more videos scheduled right now, and it's been about 7 or 8 days since I've had a video uploaded, and a week is usually the maximum amount of time I'd be comfortable with in between uploads. So I might just upload this, to be honest. I'm not sure what I'm gonna end up I'm not sure what I'm gonna end up doing with this footage. Upload it as its own little video, or include it with another hunt. But I might just upload it because I need to get a video out. I know, I'm sorry about that. But I mean, this is like one of those hunts where it's like there wasn't really any denomination that was good. I mean, the quarters and dimes the quarters didn't produce much, which, wasn't unexpected. The dollar coins didn't produce much, which, again, isn't totally unexpected either. I mean, especially considering, my theory was that the dollar coins were actually hunted. And, I mean, we did get something in the $half, so I will take that. Especially, only being 2 rolls. And I'm not surprised the quarters, I didn't get anything in the quarters, but, over $100, $120 in dimes, and we didn't get any silver, and it just goes to show, because my last video, I only had like 6 or 7 rolls, and I got a silver, and here it's over $100, and I didn't get any. And then the nickels were also terrible as well. It's like, I didn't even get really redeemed by the nickels either, because we only got 2 finds out of $30. And I get the impression maybe some of those nickels were searched as well. And then the pennies weren't great either, as far as numbers go. And I don't think the pennies were searched. I think just whoever turned them in, there wasn't really many wheat pennies in whatever they had. As far as other finds, I kept a few nice zinc pennies that, I'm gathering together a bunch of nicer zinc pennies from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s to do a massive upgrade on my more modern pennies. I also pulled out this 82 Philly small date, because I don't see these too often. And this one actually looks copper. I'll have to weigh it to make sure. Only one nice copper penny out of the pennies. A nice 72D. And then this pretty cool toned 1975. It's kind of hard to see on camera. And then those 2 quarters from the Reverend Polly Mary quarters, which I haven't gotten many of, so I'm pulling them out whenever I see them. And then the only things in the dimes at all were 2 1970 proof reverses that are pretty dinged up. But I am holding on to them. And then the real finds, right here. I'll start with that one find in the $half. Honestly, I'm lucky to get any finds in the $half. I've been desperately trying to get silver $half, but it's been hard to, because I either haven't really had a chance to get out to banks, or when I have gotten out to banks, they haven't really had many $half. So the banks that I have gotten to haven't had many $half, and even sometimes when they have had a bunch, they're obviously searched. So I'm lucky to get an NIFC, honestly. 2005 Denver. It's in pretty good shape, which I'll take. It's actually in really, really good shape. It'll probably upgrade the book. And 2005 is a date I don't find too much. So that's kind of a neat find. Not incredibly exciting, though. And then the only 2 finds in the nickels, a 1941S that I probably should have brought you guys in on previously, but I was getting really discouraged. And then that 2009, which is kind of cool, because I don't find those as often as other people. And then as far as the Canadian pennies and the pennies, one from 92, one from 1980, and one from 88, and then that more modern 2010 right there. And then the 2 wheat pennies, this one, which I thought was going to be old, is a 1951D. Man, even looking at that back, I thought that would for sure be in like the 30s or something. But no, it's a 51D. But I am happy that we did get an oldie. And you know what? If we're not going to get any other fines in any other denominations, I'll take it. I don't know why it is not focusing. I don't know what is up with that. Honestly, that's probably the best way to see it. I don't know why my camera's not choosing to focus today. But it's a 1917 Philadelphia, and I'll see if I can check it for the DDO. It's very, very beat up. But that's the only what kind of is a saving grace in this hunt. So who knows? I'm not sure again if I'm going to upload this as its own video or if I'm going to combine it. So I'll either see you guys in the next video or in the next set of clips.